So friends, this is the longer version of this story. And William Bardahl McDaniel, the guy that wrote this book right here, Elvis the Lighter Side, is going to tell some stories, or tell a story from the book. It has nothing to do with this particular football game, but I'm actually going to show you where this football game, the picture that's on the front of this book, came from. And William is the guy standing on the right holding the cup. And he is going to tell some other stories. His book is very interesting, and he's got a very diverse book, a lot of different interesting stories and things that happen. And of course, I'm going to be covering some of those stories and some of the places that they went and that kind of stuff. But make sure that you watch this whole video. If you have already watched the other video, you can skip forward. If you've watched the shorter version, you can skip forward, and I'll tell you where you can skip to. Stand by. So skip to about 11 minutes, and that'll put you where William Bardahl McDaniel starts talking. And Bardahl is the nickname that Elvis gave him because that is what he had on his shirt the first time him and Elvis met. And he will tell you that story. So stay tuned, friends. So friends, I'm across the street. I just ate over here at the KFC by Graceland. That's the guest house at Graceland right there. And we're going to head down here, and we're going to go to Graceland Elementary, where a football game happened. I happened to interview a gentleman that was there that played in the game. And so I'm going to go around here to Graceland Elementary School, and let's take a look-see and see what we can find. So I'll show you where it's at as opposed to Graceland. There's Graceland right there. We're passing it. We're going to turn to the left. It's trying to turn me left where there is no street. So I'm going to turn left on this street. Evidently there used to be a through street right there. But if you go past Graceland, not on Dolan, which is right beside Graceland, down to the next street to the left, which is Timothy. See that right there? It appears to be down here on the left. I'm going to turn my microphone around because I keep hitting stuff with it, and I'm sure y'all love that sound. So there's Timothy. So we're going to go left right here on Timothy. Down to Graceland Elementary School, where Elvis would sometimes go and play football. Little pickup game. And there's also talk yesterday that Elvis and the guys would go down to the high school and turn the lights on. And I think it's called Whitehaven High, I believe, not Graceland. Yeah, there used to be a through road right there, and you can see it's not there. The GPS thought it still was. But we're going to go down here to Graceland Elementary and look around at the football field, friends. Just trying to sprinkle ever so slightly. That says Graceland Drive right there. So I'm crossing Graceland Drive on Timothy, and according to the GPS, it is on my left right here. So the answer is, it is no longer, friends. So wow, who knew? So I found a couple of pictures. This first picture is of Graceland Elementary. As you can see, the sign that would be out front. Not much of a picture, but it's as much as I could come up with. The next one is the same thing, not much of a picture, but that's the football field. So there it is. So this is where that game happened at. And I believe that there are some homes in the pictures. So I'm going to see if I can figure out any of the pictures and give us an idea of where stuff was at. You can see that there's a fenced off area right there that looks like that's a baseball field. So somewhere up in here. So let's jump up in here in the Gray Ghost and take a look. See what we can find. So friends, as I mentioned, Graceland Elementary School is no longer, as you can see. Just a little bit of pavement left and a baseball field out there. But I found a little something for you. So evidently this was the baseball field that they played on right here. Or what am I saying, football field. Evidently this was the football field that they played on right here. And you see that house right there across the way. And if you take a good look at the house, you'll notice that it has that little circular part there above the window. The door right there. It's got 3 windows to the left, a double and a single to the left of the door, 2 singles to the right. We'll back out just a little bit. So if you look at that house right there, and then you look at this picture right here, voila, friends. That is the house right there. So Elvis, in fact, did play football right here. And that house is in the background of this picture. And so I'm going to put the real picture up because this has got to be better than this. It's kind of overcast right now, but you can see the house right there. You can see the telltale half circle, the 2 windows there, the double windows to the left of the door. So I'll put a better picture up, but this right here is where it happened at, friends. Right, there's the house. So Elvis was passing, going that way. So they were playing right in here. And I'm gonna see if I can find any other things out here. Big old grasshopper decided to jump on the Gray Ghost because he hadn't seen much live things around over in this area. So I'm glad you came to be in the video, Mr. Grasshopper. He just jumped on me and then jumped over there. And I'm not scared of him, but I must admit it freaks me out a little bit when he jumps on my arm, just a little jump inside. So stay tuned, friends. I'm gonna see if I can find any more matchups. So I couldn't really find any other pictures. I've got this picture here, and you can see that that's a carport on the right there, and you can see the edge of the trim of the carport. But if you go right there, you'll see that it's on the edge of that carport. Naturally, somebody's gonna be right in front of my shot. But you also notice that there's a house right there. So this shows a house in the back, maybe on the other street behind it. So I'm wondering if it's that house right there and it's all grown up and we can't see through. But I don't know why they would be shooting at this angle, but maybe the photographer moved around. So I'm gonna go over there and investigate. And this may not be here, friends. This may be over at Whitehaven High School. I'm gonna ride over there and take a look as well. Stay tuned. So I'm looking on that garage, and that doesn't have that ornamental piece, so I don't think that happened here. So coming back from Graceland Elementary back down to Elvis Presley Boulevard, this little road that I mentioned earlier off to the right is called, what's it saying, Craft? It's a little cut through. No longer exists, but if you look, you will see that it in fact was here, and I bet you that anytime Elvis would come down to the elementary school, he would use this little cut through that is no longer here. They've cut it off. And I believe it is Craft Road, which is just a little shortcut through. You can see it right there. These photos were a result of Modern Screen magazine being there doing a photo shoot. This was right after Elvis had just gotten back from the Army. This would have been in 1960. So there you go, friends. Elvis playing football at Graceland Elementary on a Sunday afternoon. Friends, I just wanted to share with you that a lot of you probably didn't know that Elvis Presley Enterprises had a football team. You can see Elvis is the second from the left at the top. Middle row, Red West, second from the right. and all those guys were on his football team. And this guy, William Bardahl McDaniel, he's the guy holding the cup on the right, spent a lot of time with Elvis, not just playing football, but a lot of different stuff. And he's actually the president of Elvis Worldwide Fan Club. And I think maybe this address is not correct. On the back, there's a different address. It's what it says on the back. But I'm going to do, this is the short version on my main channel, the Spa Guy channel. I'm going to do a long version where I actually interview Bardahl on my weekly Spa Guy channel. So flip over there and watch the rest of this. And he was around a long time. He played football there with Red. This is him and Red. So he is not a MBE, friends. He is the real deal. Tell me some stories.
Put it all in the book.
So, friends, he's got this book right here. Where can they get the book from?
Is it here or Alpert's? I mean,
Can they buy it online? Do you have it on Amazon or anywhere?
not right now. Marlowe's restaurant has my book.
Marlowe's restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. But they can get, at some point you'll put this online where they can get it on Amazon or...
We're working on it.
Okay. And I can actually help you with that because I do those kinds of things, so I can help you get it on Amazon. But there it is right there, friends. Just tell us a little quip from there, something to get them interested in the book.
Well, I met Elvis in 1957, the Rainbow Skating Rink. The gentleman that worked the rink was sick one night, asked me if I'd work a private party. He said, all you got to do is give out the skates, get through, put the skates up, lock up, and go home. Said it'd pay you $50. Well, in 1957, $50 was a whole lot of money. Well, I'm 17 years old. But he forgot to tell me whose party it was. So we lock up the rink, and about an hour later, two guys come in from next door, which had a nice restaurant and all. They came in, they let in 150, 200 people. All these people come in, I didn't know one. I didn't know a soul there. I gave out the skates, they went out there skating and all. About 30 minutes, Elvis comes walking in. Now I know whose party it is. So I get off and give Elvis his skates. We all get out there skating, and somebody starts blowing a whistle.
This would be like...
And when they're blowing a whistle, I notice all the females are getting off the floor. All the guys are going half at one end of the ring, half at the other end of the ring.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I heard about the silly little games they played. So I'm out there and I'm against the rail and tell this guy next to me, I say, hey, I want Elvis. He said, just say, Elvis, this guy wants you. Elvis said, okay.
Well, I say, hello there, ladies.
Well, they blow a whistle and you have a free-for-all.
Mickey Ellie, and your name is? Manson from Australia. All right.
Come down and have
I'm doing some business with the gentleman
free-for-all.
by the name of Charles Hogan.
Well, we had a little free-for-all, and about 5 minutes later when I woke up,
CEO.
they had me in a chair. Elvis had a rag on my head and he fanning me, apologizing.
International Hemp
He
Association.
told me, man, this is your party. Let's go play some more. Everybody gets out there, lines up again. I'm going to stick it to him this time. They blow the whistle, we come down the floor.
So that's
About 5 minutes later when I woke up the second time,
back and forth often.
back in the chair, rag on my head, Elvis fanning me and apologizing.
My friend wanders from his
And I went, man,
Michael Elliott
it's your party.
was in the movie
Let's go
without
play
us.
some more.
I played his buddy.
So we get back out there, everybody lines up on the rail, now. They blow the whistle. Everybody stands on there but Elvis and I. Third time was a charm. I stood up and looked down, here's Elvis. I done laid him out cold.
Well,
Here comes Red West and all of his entourage out there. So I rode over the counter and hid under some tables and chairs. Well, about 5 minutes later, Elvis woke up.
oh, I heard
Red
about
West
that one.
said, hey, Elvis, he's over here.
Oh, charging? No.
So Elvis comes over there and he looks under the table and
No,
does
we
this.
just heard about, that's the one thing that I said.
Oh, I know, I got a whooping coming. I crawl out and I had on a Bardahl t-shirt. Just black Bardahl, white t-shirt. My dad raced automobiles, and the Bardahl distributor gave Dad my t-shirts and all, gave me boxes of them. So I'd always wear them skating.
No, that's not.
I got up and I stood up,
Not good at all.
looking straight at Elvis. Red West was on my right.
No, I heard about that and I said no.
And Elvis, he looked at me and he looked down at my t-shirt.
It is a shame. It just takes
Looked at me
away
again, he
from
looked down at the t-shirt, he said, Bardahl. He said, Red said, I like it. Give him the phone number up at the house, he can come up anytime he wants. Red turned around, Elvis turned around and skated away. Red took out a pen and paper, and wrote down the phone number of Graceland, handed it to me. And here I just been knocked out twice by Elvis. I just knocked Elvis out, got a phone number of Graceland, and an invitation to come up anytime I want.
good.
That's how I met Elvis. That's how I got the nickname.
What's your friend's name?
That is a great story. And then you would play pickup football games and just hang out and do different stuff.
Oh yeah, I ran with him for 20 years. He took me out to California with him for a year. We, last time I was with him about 3 weeks before he passed away.
Really?
Wow.
That is an amazing story. Well, thank you so much. William Bardahl, Will Bardahl McDaniel.
Yeah.
I'm Bill. Will.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Will. Nice to meet you, my friend. They want to learn. Thank you so much.
See, mine's a lighter size.
The lighter side.
Yeah.
That's it. The fun Elvis.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. Thank you so much, man.
What nowadays you call the good old days.
The good old days. That's right. Nice to meet you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that story.
Yes, sir.
Well, friends, make sure you look for Bardahl's book, Elvis the Lighter Side. I've seen it on Amazon. I don't know if that comes directly from him, but I gave you some contact information a little earlier in this video, so look at that information and give him a call or write him a letter or email him and get you a copy of this book. It's an easy read, but it has a lot of detailed information about things that he did with Elvis and the time that he spent with him. I think it's a very good read. So thank you so much for watching, and tighten up every chance you get. Bardahl's plenty tight, I'll tell you that.